and welcome to a new video. Today the topic is going to be how do you wash your car after a track day. So in this case, last week we were at the Gear Collector track day. Maybe some of you have seen it online. And the car was actually driven to the track, on the track, back from the track, how most people would probably do it. And yeah, so I thought that actually there is not that many videos explaining what to do and how to do it properly after you've been to a track day and the car was actually used. And in this case, there is also two, let's say, specialties when it comes to the surfaces, where one, the car is wrapped completely in matte PPF. So we're not cleaning paint, we're cleaning PPF. And then in addition to that, we have the stickers on both sides, and some smaller stickers, some larger stickers, which will come off the PPF very easily, meaning in a lot of spots we won't be able to use a pressure washer, because if I would use a pressure washer on this, most likely the stickers will just fly off. So actually the sticker that was on this door came off all by itself, probably on the way back. We would like the stickers to stay on the car for now, so we will need to be careful about that. You will see there's a lot of insects. There's also some rubber marks from the track. There is a lot of brake dust and a lot of dirt. Actually, when you see a close-up of the wheels, you will see it's more dirt than actual brake dust because the ceramic discs don't really generate that much brake dust. It didn't rain, so the car doesn't actually look that bad. But a lot of the insects, a lot of the dirt was now sitting on the car for exactly 1 week. So we'll need to clean it carefully, but of course we need to remove all of it. So yeah, we thought about what products to use. Of course there's one product specifically that we developed a couple of years ago for Renault Sport Formula 1, which is race film remover. So in the end we will also use race film remover. For the start, we'll take off the remaining stickers and then start with the wheels, because it's the most annoying part to clean. Nanolex professional wheel cleaner concentrate. I pre-mixed it 1:5, and it will definitely take care of the tires and also the rims. In the next step, I will use Greenex pre-wash and insect remover to loosen up all the insects. Let it sit for a little bit, rinse it off. In some parts I will rinse it off with a pressure washer because it will help with the removal. In other parts I just can't use it, so we will just use a soft water spray. Next up, to get rid of all the loose dirt that is on the car in general, I will use Greenex shampoo and foam. After drying the car, we will check for any tire marks, rubber that came from the track, asphalt, bitumen, everything that race film remover will remove, and then remove it manually with race film remover and the microfiber. And then to give it a little bit of a new layer of protection and to give it the last touch, I will use Greenex Quick Detailer. So yeah, let's do it. So maybe, not in this case, but maybe in some cases, you will need a bit of a hair dryer or something else to warm up the sticker. Here it's not sticking that much to the PPF, so we can just take it off. Okay. Same for this. If there is any residue that you see from the stickers, you can always use professional glue X to remove any of it. Just when you use it on PPF or on stickers, make sure you stay away from the edges, because it will maybe also remove the PPF or the sticker if you're using too much, if you're rubbing too hard. So yeah, just keep in mind not to, First step, Nanolex Professional Wheel Cleaner, pre-diluted 1:5 in the foamer. I'm going to test a few new brushes today. Let me know how you like the look of the brush, and if we should have it in the selection. So yeah, I will do both tires and rims with it, and it's very safe on ceramic brakes. So when you have ceramic brakes on the car, the only thing you should never use is acidic wheel cleaners, because they will eat up the discs and the pads immediately, and you will need a new set of brakes. Also, color changing wheel cleaners make very little sense, because they're reacting with iron from the brake discs. There is no iron in the brake discs, so yeah, all you need is this. Okay, so ideally, if you're in a cool environment, also cool down wheels, let it sit for a little bit. You can usually see how the dirt starts coming off more or less by itself, but I would always recommend to use some kind of brush, otherwise they will not turn out 100% clean. If you spray a little bit of the product on the body or in the wheel arches, it's no problem. So the only thing is, it shouldn't dry on the surface. So I always start with the cap here, so I know exactly where I started and where I can stop. The bigger brush didn't do exactly what I would like it to do, because I can't reach into the wheel. I just tried, so I will do the wheel with this brush first, then do the inside with a wheel woolly. So as you can see, the wheels are beating up very nicely, because there was protection applied to them before. To be honest, I don't know which coating it was, but we have the dedicated SI3D rim that you can also spray on. I think there's a separate video coming to explain that one as well, but maybe it's also something else. I will try to look it up and write it in the comments what was on the wheels, but you can see it was fairly easy to clean them, and they're coming out almost like new. Now we'll finish the wheels and then on to the insects. Okay, so now that we're finished with the most annoying part, in my opinion, we will go on to the insects. In order not to damage or take off any of the stickers of the PPF, I will spray on the product, in this case Greenix pre-wash and insect remover. We'll let it sit for as long as possible, meaning as long as it doesn't dry. Once it starts drying, I will use the pressure washer as much as I can, then check for whatever is left. Maybe use it again, do the same thing again. If I have to use it again, maybe do the same thing again until all the insects are gone, and then we'll go on to the next step. I will also use some of the product as a pre-wash, meaning in all the spots where there's a lot of dirt accumulated, I will spray those as well. So as you can see, in the way the product spreads, it's wetting the surface very well, spreading very evenly, but since it's a little bit jelly, it also sticks to the surface, so it's not running down. So again, same as with the wheel cleaner, it's important to let it sit for as long as possible. The car should be cool, all the surfaces you spray it on should be cool, and it shouldn't dry. In this case, if it does dry, it's not the end of the world, but it really shouldn't. As you can probably see in the video later on, the insects will come off fairly easily. So we'll do the first wash to get rid of the insects, and then check if there is more insect remover needed. So I will only spray the parts where there are no stickers, just to make sure the stickers are not coming off. As you can tell, one round is enough. So next up, we will do the actual wash. To start with it, I will spray on foam to the car, let it sit for a little bit, rinse it off. In the meantime, I will fill up the bucket with the actual rinse water. Then, after rinsing the car, I will spray on more shampoo and then wash it down very carefully, without using a hard water spray. So in this case, we will use Greenix shampoo and foam, both as a shampoo and a foam, more or less together. So my target dilution in this case is 1 to 100. The foam lance will dilute the product that I put in by 1 to 10. This is 400 milliliters. So I will use 40-50 milliliters of shampoo, so that we have 1 to 10 in the lance and then 1 to 100 on the car. So as I mentioned in the beginning, I cannot use the hard water spray with the pressure washer. So I will need to use only this in order not to take off the stickers. Of course, this means I will also take off less dirt while rinsing it. But we will buffer this by then maybe doing it again if it's still very dirty, which I don't think so. And otherwise, it should be in a condition where it's safe to gently wash it with a wash pad. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out in a minute. So the pads are already wet to make sure that there is no drag. And like I said, we'll now very carefully, especially when it comes to the stickers, wash it. So the Greenex shampoo in foam is one of the best shampoos to do this because it has a very high slip. So you can see, yeah. So while I'm washing, I'm putting the car in sections. So the first section to me is up to here. Then I rinse the pad. I rinse it with the hose instead of a bucket, because this way I can also see what's coming out of it and how much. And then the second section would be up to here, and then the last one would be the bottom. So the question was, how long do you use the sponge, the wash pad, before you wash it? And I would always recommend to wash it after every single wash, because you will always have like minor dirt that it picks up, and no matter how well you rinse it, it will have a little bit of dirt in it eventually. And then in addition to that, it will also start smelling if the interval in between washing is more than a couple hours. So yeah, I would always recommend to wash it. With this one, it's microfiber, so you can just use microfiber wash and wash it with your regular microfibers. You also need to be very careful, especially if you have stickers, on top of PPF, because as I already saw washing it, some of the edges have lifted and it's very easy to take them off now. So in order not to do it, I will use the blower. You can use something like this. If you don't have the possibility to use that kind, you can also use something like this. In either case, the blower will help a lot, but a lot of the blowers will actually also generate a lot of pressure, and you can take off the stickers easily. So you need to make sure you stay away as far as possible. Looking at the car, you can see there's protection all over the car. It beads up very well. So the beading will help a lot with the drying in this case. So we will dry it as much as possible with the blowers, and then see whatever is left, and then carefully with a soft microfiber and a quick detailer dry the rest of it. But different to a regular surface, I would not take a big drying towel and drag it over the surface. So no matter how lightly, if you're using a big drying towel, it's very easy to get grip on the stickers and take off the stickers. If you use a drying towel, I would recommend to use the ones that we have, because maybe you can see it on camera. It doesn't have any loops. It's actually knitted. So there is no loop that can actually attach to a sticker and then drag it off. Washing and drying, it's actually very nice to see. There's not that many dirt from the track. Actually a little bit was here, but it already came off by just washing it. And in terms of race film remover, there is only one spot where we can show it, which is here. So you can see there's a little bit of tire marks or maybe some other kind of dirt that came from the track. So race film remover was originally designed for Renault Sport Formula 1 to dry clean the Formula 1 cars. What makes it special is you can remove things like tar, bitumen, rubber, a lot of stuff you can find on the track without having to rinse after you use it. So you simply open the nozzle, spray on a cloth, and then just wipe everything off without a lot of pressure. This needs a little bit more drying maybe. Since I'm around the stickers, I'm drying around the sticker right away so it doesn't start eating the glue. We're leaving it here a little bit, giving it a light rub, and then it's gone. So it has a relatively long dwell time, meaning it will stay on the surface, it will stay wet on the surface for a very long time, but it will completely evaporate. You don't need to rinse or do anything like that. If there is no other dirt on the car, let's say you have PPF on a track car, there is no other dirt on the car, you could also use it like right there and then, because the earlier you use it, the easier it is to remove. The longer you wait, the more it can react with the surface, penetrate the surface, and the more difficult it is to remove. In both cases, it was glue residue, which also comes off relatively easily with this. And yeah, that was it. So, as I mentioned in the beginning, in order to get rid of all the potential water spots, I will carefully use quick detailer all over the car. And then ideally, I mean here, it's not a problem, but also if you do this at home, ideally you just let the car sit for maybe 1 or 2 hours so that the water that you can't dry up will dry up and you don't have runners once you start using the car. And then as the last and to me most important step, we will put on tire dressing. In this case we will use tire dressing that is in an experimental stage, but we will most likely introduce it as Green-X tire dressing. Well, I will explain more to it once I use it. When I use the microfiber, I will not use this side because you can see the loops and they can pick up the stickers quite easily, so I will actually use the short side. Only a little bit of quick detailer. And only really in the places where I think it is needed, where you can see you have water or any other residue. As you can see, there is no sticker on the bottle. The prototype is purple. I don't know what the final color will be. We can decide on that, also what the final scent would be. Actually, if you like, you can put in the comments what color you like, what scent you like, and maybe we'll follow your suggestion. So what makes this different to what we already have is that it is not solvent-based, but it works and looks like it's solvent-based, meaning it will be pictogram-free. The result will be more or less identical to Nanolex tire and rubber, but with the product not being solvent-based, you have the big advantage that you can also apply it to wet tires without any problem. The look of it in the end with this prototype will be like a new tire. It will be visible, but it will not be extremely glossy. Also, let us know how you like the look of it, because the level of gloss can always be adjusted. So. And just before I can read it in the comments, I know it needs new tires. So. So after a total of like around 90 minutes, I would say the car looks like it's supposed to again. I hope you liked the topic. Please let me know if this is something where you would like to know more on, or what other topics you would like us to cover, no matter how niche they are. If you like what you saw, of course, you can go ahead and use the products that I recommended for this job. And yeah, I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you would like to get notifications about more videos of this kind that we do. And like it if you liked it. Thank you for watching.